aggressively. All 5 players going to be playing that contact B strategy. But look at Furia. They've got 4 players over on this side of the map as well, one of which is Casaranto, one of the main men that we were talking before. He is going to find himself a USP frag onto Dimmer just beforehand. Vinny went ham as well. And it's looking like this blockade has been set up perfectly from Furia. And they're only going to take 1 casualty in the end, it would seem. No, maybe 2. As Yuri has also been caught, but Spirit aren't quite that far ahead just yet. Does allow Furia to get these Orgs in play. Abel, Jay, and Vinny.
They're going to have to change that up, though. Oh, nice kill. Davkos, that's the op down, and now the B bomb site has plenty of players to defend it.
And they know it has to be B at this stage. They've got so much Mac presence. They're stuck in apps. So what's happening? They get almost tripping over each other at this stage, with Molotovs burning them to a crisp. Dim is down to 4, purely off grenades. And Kisarato is going ham, nearly picks up a 3rd, does 88 damage to Coldy. 1 bullet away from death, but to be fair to Spirit, they are holding on for dear life. They've somehow whittled this down to a 2-on-2. Again, time is scarce. And they also have Abel making a move through the B apps. He's found 1. Bomb drops and a 2nd. Spirit. Bad Spirit. Predictions have been so kind to us, haven't they?
Yeah, and it's been a wild ride so far in this major. Caserado, again, under a lot of pressure. Ooh, needed that one, but he's alone in the B bomb site, having to manage between Catwalk and the halls with limited positions to be in. This is the best chance Spirit has had to get on the board.
Yeah, when you consider the weaponry and the fact they've still got 2 HEs, but of course in this 3-on-3, Art is going to break the deadlock. Looking to make moves and inroads outside of Kitchen. Abel J's with him. And meanwhile, Yuri is making his presence felt momentarily on the Catwalk short side. Sotvik is about to become outmaneuvered. It's Abel J that actually gets him. I was thinking it was probably going to be Yuri that would be called into action to take him out. Davkos did leg him on the approach, and now he's going to run straight through the smoke. Does get the knife kill, and is somehow still alive, taking damage from his right-hand side. Finally gets finished off, and there is a kit there. Is it going to be enough time? No, he actually did enough. The knife frag yields the round. Well, here we go again. Another A play from Spirit. Not really an execute, just the 1 smoke to try and shield a potential bomb plant. That spray control is on point from Abel J. He will pick up.
I mean, I guess you have to if you have a 92% win rate on the map, right?
It's your map, you get to pick it, and then you get banged out 10-1.
Ooh, there's a nice shot with a scout through the smoke, but there's an even better one from Yuri. He does get traded off. They now know there is investment in this round. I see the AK-47. They've heard the scout. They've taken some damage from the scout. We'll see if Team Spirit can do anything with this mid-control gap in that smoke, but Deem is aware of it. Vinny still wins out in the fight. Great job from Vinny. Actually, on an individual level, I think you have to be pretty damn pleased if you're Furia with how everyone is performing. I think everyone's had a round at some point that they could be proud of.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a strategic masterclass from Furia. It's just been superior aim and positioning. And that bodes very well when you go through onto the T side. And when I'm thinking about Nuke next, I'm really worrying for Spirit right now, I've got to say.
The nice thing for them on Nuke would be that they get to start on that CT side. We'll see if we can provide them any assistance. Abel J close up. Only 1 smoke to utilize, and actually Team Spirit might want this to be a contact play so that no one can be cheated in the rotation. That smoke comes out late. They might try and beat it. STY is going to come through. He picks up the pace, and oh, Coldy and STY provide entries into this A bomb site. Surely a 2nd round for Spirit, especially as Vinny couldn't make his way through the flames quick enough. It's just Caserado. 1 versus 3. Got some cash if he wants to go for this, but if he doesn't get a kill soon, he might just try and beeline out connector and save the weapon. He's got Coldy coming behind him, so that possibility is diminishing as time goes on. And I think he's just going to be a free kill here for Coldy.
Mate, take the shot. Prior rounds, and it's never worked out for them. Caserado, close range, going to get the double spray. Bomb's gone dropped as well. And that's the round done. There's nothing that can be remedied from that from Spirit's perspective. They waited far too long, pushed in, didn't even check the angle. Any kind of nerves or not overblowing the energy levels. Yuri, in the meanwhile, is going to peak 1 too many times, and Davkos will be his demise.
I think that smoke is meant to be a little bit deeper.
We have seen that thrown previously.
By Furia.
Yeah.
don't think he expected to get picked off at that angle, but Dima's traded back. So 1 for 1, Art's able to find the equalizer. He's going to stick around a connector looking towards underpass, knowing that's the likely place. Do they expect K-Serrato to be in those B-halls there? Surely they're just saying he wouldn't do it twice.
Oh, but he would, Moses. Oh, but he will. Sumdai Young has been pummeled once again, and his stats don't make for good reading whatsoever. The same could be said for most of Spirit, but he's going to take the initiative, push into Palace, but Goldie flicks across to his head. Does give a bit of glimmer of hope for Spirit to maybe pick up a third on this half before it closes.
This has been an action-packed round, though. There's still 40 seconds left in a 2-on-2, and Spirit has decided to go to the other side of the map. The question becomes for Furia, do they split up? Does Art ever say to himself, you know what, I'm going to go take a peek over at the B bomb site? Now, from what we know from watching the Brazilian teams, obviously coming to mind is the MIBR guy, the cores that have been playing in LG and SK over time, they like to stick together in these scenarios. And you can see the same kind of concept here with Art and K-Serrato, both playing at that A bomb site. That way, if they go towards A, they can work together to stop the plant, and if they go towards B, which is exactly what's happened, they can work together for the retake. Art with the AWP is going to be able to try and gather some information, may be able to find a pick if Davcost isn't cautious.
Oh, he peeks out looking at short, trying to get some information, and finds it. It's not worth the cost of his life. Oh, and Coldy not quite able to get his spray under control, and Art will pick up a 4K. And as Furia move to a 13-2 half.
That's what I'm talking about.
They need this pistol to give them a buffer to allow that foundation, and they're going to get charged right away. Sumdai Young, close range, able to get 2. There's a crossfire being established, and he decides to go for the peak, and that's going to cost him very much. Alongside Spirit, they had the crossfire established. I'm not sure why he peeked out there, and now Dim is in a 1-on-3. Should never have been this way. Maybe he can still salvage this round and salvage this half. But it's not looking good, and Furia pick up the second pistol. Yuri on 8 health, so it puts him in the range of all the weapons that Spirit have, the pistols and the scout. So a lot of this could come down to K-Serrato. He's got 1, somehow shimmies away, undeterred. Has ate that grenade fully, though, and now it's on him. They know where he is. K-Serrato, oh, the jumping shot from Davcost! Soptic, 2 and 17 with 33 ADR. It's been a rough one, and his woes continue as he gets dinked from one of those pistols. Dimmer, though, 3K with the AUG. Molotov isolates the terrorists. They can't get out there and avenge just yet. And now that the fire has swept aside and cleared, there is a tsunami of CTs waiting. And the bomb also, just to add salt in the wounds, is in a horrible spot. Nowhere near enough control.
Oh, Dima's going to go for the ace. Might as well let him try and have it in this round, but Davcost is going to steal that final kill. Dima did everything.
Nade up and over with the smoke, trying to isolate Dimmer from the rest of his team, but Dimmer's able to get the kill and just can fall back. Bit of pressure has been alleviated. Sumdai Young's going to get smoked out, but that's okay as far as he's concerned. So Furia using their smokes. They've actually used all of them at this stage, and they're still stuck in mid. They haven't really got too much for it. 30 seconds also. All that remains, and Dimmer's going to find himself a second one. To make matters worse, Abel Jays just took an AWP shot, and he's dropped to 18. K-Serrato at least has got 1. Oh, and a second frag as well. No third, as Sumdai Young will have him dead to rights. But with these entries, it has afforded them the chance of getting onto B. The bomb, though, is still a little while out. This is going to be cutting it so close. 5 seconds left, and Abel J doesn't have time to plant. This round is going the way to Spirit.
Oh, and he dies there. That is a disaster. No bonus money for Abel J.
And open for exploitation. Will this be the final round of the map? It's not looking likely. That nade has done so much damage to the oncoming terrorists. Completely destroyed Art and Vinny. More nades are starting to fall, but the bomb will get planted in amongst the chaos.
I mentioned this earlier, look at the utility events. So many smokes to use for Spirit, so many flashes and HEs as well, and they've already tagged up a couple players, so that HE could be deadly. Oh, that's a big-time kill from Vinny. He's peeking out a little bit wider. There is one on Catwalk. Somehow he stayed out of his vision. 2, oh my god, 3 kills so quickly for Furia, and I think that might seal it. 3-on-1 scenario. Dima spins around, but Yuri gets aggressive. He started the game off hot, and he finishes it as well.